I love our itty bitty home of 950 square foot, and I am sharing some of my favorite things and spaces about this home and how I have just come to be content and enjoy the little space that our family of 6 lives in. From the outdoor little patio space to our kitchen to sharing bedrooms. So I, first of all, love the gardens I've created in my backyard space. We live in a small house, but we do have a nice backyard, and I just flourish in the summer months in my backyard. And so that's something, if you have a balcony, a small backyard, an acreage, make something beautiful for yourself. Then, of course, I love my little living area. It's actually a decent size. The layout of our home, I just really love. I love the layout. So the kitchen isn't really open to the living space area, but it still gives the idea that I can see my kids in the living room when they're playing while I'm doing work in the kitchen. And I love all of our windows and the extension of the deck. And windows, I think, in a small home really make a space feel bigger. So I just love natural light. I open the blinds all day, every day, close them at night, of course, but having this patio door onto our little deck is just such an extension to a small home. My oldest is schooling outside while I'm just doing a little cleaning and sweeping of all of our buds that fell off our crabapple tree. We also have this patio area that is there that is wonderful for hosting. I shared a video about hosting about 40 people in our home and in our backyard for a homeschool group. I just hosted my husband's birthday party with about 20 people, and it's just a great space to host in 6 months out of the year. And we host year-round in our house. I had a progressive dinner many years ago with 25 older women, and they sat comfortably in our home, and it didn't feel crowded. Sure, they're not all in one open space, but it's just a great space to invite people in and to raise my family. And of course, I have to enjoy all my flowers with my little guy too, and just take a breath of air and realize it's wonderful, it's beautiful, and share that with my kiddos too. So like I was saying, in the warmer months, I absolutely love our outdoor space. We do spend a lot of time outdoors in the 9 months out of the year. We do enjoy the outdoors when it's cold and snowy too, as we get out sledding, but this space is just really an extension that I think everybody should try to have in their home, a little bit of outside in their home. I also love our kitchen. It is probably one of my favorite kitchens that I have been in, and I haven't lived in very many spaces, to be honest. I've lived in a 450 square foot apartment and a college dorm, and now this home. We haven't moved much in our lives, but I love the eat-in concept, and as a family of 6, it does get a little bit tight, but it's so nice and convenient, honestly, to just turn and put the food on the table. We eat 3 meals a day in our home, in our kitchen. It's a pretty spacious kitchen, honestly, with very ample cupboard space and cabinetry. And I really think it's a space that I would miss if I did go somewhere else because of just the setup. And we've put a lot of work into our kitchen. So we did a kitchen renovation probably 6 years ago, put new countertops in, painted the cupboards, then done a new addition of extra painting and poles and cabinet hardware. And so just a few little tweaks to it because you always have to update a home when you're living in a home. But I just love this space. And after lunchtime, it's cleanup time. The kiddos can just go in and out and play. And we bring toys out onto the deck because, like I said, it's kind of an extension to the home. Bring them back in, clean up before nap time. So after the kitchen area, that's probably my favorite space in the whole house. I love in this small home that our kids share a room. We have 3 kids in 1 bedroom. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house. We are working on fixing our basement, so that is something that will add another about 500 square foot to our home. And so that will give us 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, which is going to be a blessing to have as well, but still quite a small space, honestly, for the size of what most Americans have for homes. I also think it's great for sharing rooms. They get to know each other and spend so much time together. They really truly sleep in their rooms mostly. We do have some toys in there, but it's often for sleeping. And they just love waking up to each other in their rooms and going to lay in the bed with another sibling and snuggle with them. And it's just kind of a great way to create a bond and coziness. All right, now you can see I'm cleaning. Cleaning in a small home is probably one of the best reasons to have a small home. I love how quick it can be. Vacuuming our whole space literally takes 5 to 10 minutes in this area. And then when I'm done cleaning, I can just plop down and play with my kids for a little while. But cleaning, the routines, the rhythms in a small home make a huge difference. I can do a quick bathroom clean in 20 minutes. I can dust the whole house in 20 minutes with the kids' help. Everything is just so much quicker and smoother in a small home. And of course, having less stuff helps with that as well. Keeping the home more minimal with items really helps. And when you live in a small home, you really have to have less inventory. Now, our shared rooms, I obviously said our kids share a room, and of course, then the baby stays in my husband and my room. So that's just all that our family knows, that my kids know. They don't know any different of not sharing a room. And I think having rooms that are shared really creates a bond for the kids. They get to be in the room together when they go to sleep, when they wake up. If they wake up early, they sometimes will go and snuggle with another sibling. It's just such a precious time for the kids to be together and to grow up in the same space. And yes, there's days where sometimes the small home can feel a little bit overwhelming, especially on like a cold winter day when you can't go outside. But those days are great for memory making and just making the most of the space you have. We've definitely added little touches of ourselves to the home, like adding shiplap to a wall and beadboard, board and batten, doing the wood countertops and the backsplashes in the bathroom and the kitchen. So just little ways that have made the home more me and more lovely for our family are ways that I have found to love our home and have become more content to. And even the projects that aren't done, that is okay. I still have learned to be content in the circumstances and the space I am given, and to still love this little itty bitty home that we have that I can raise our family in. A lot of my favorite things in my home are thrifted. So the table, for instance, was a thrifted find about 5 years ago. It has leaves in it that you can extend it, downsize it, and it works great for hosting. We've had 12 people around that table. We pull in the piano bench. We have 2 high chairs there. We have extra chairs that are stored in our unfinished basement, or you just make do with having kids double up on chairs if they're little. So I love our little table and our eating kitchen. Like I said, the chairs are thrifted. It's just something that I love about making a collective home and making it a space to enjoy and create a cozy environment. The beautiful thing about living in a small home too is it's not too far to go or too far to listen for those kids. It's nap time while I'm making these ginger snap cookies, which you will find the recipe over on my blog, daviekillian.com, that I can hear them. I can go into their room if they need assistance with something. I can check on my little baby while I'm working in the kitchen, while I'm sitting in the living room. The small, cozy home just really makes life almost simpler. I don't know what about it, but less cleaning, less stuff, That's another thing. We have less stuff because if we had so much stuff as a larger home that needed to be filled, it would be a lot more to maintain. There's lower cost of everything, to be honest, because there's less to pay for, less rooms to heat and cool. And so I just really think that's why I love our small home, and it's a beautiful place to raise a family and bring in my collected items to create a cozy atmosphere that I love, that I share with others. Now, I haven't talked about the bathroom. We did renovate the bathroom, like I said, about 3 years ago, and I truly enjoy this space. It is small. It is tight. We can't even have a full-size bathtub in there, but we make do. We make it work. We made this space welcoming, and I love just the way it looks, aesthetics. It's usable. I enjoy the simple storage I have in our vanity and how we just can use all those hooks to share towels in there for the kids and ourselves, and really just made it a space that we can enjoy and use, but also is really enjoyable to look at, to be honest. I love cleaning our bathroom because it's a space that I enjoy being in, because it brings me joy, because it's beautiful and it's useful, of course, because it's the bathroom. But I truly enjoy our bathroom space. Sure, another bathroom would be great, and we will get another bathroom when our basement is finished, but we have truly made it work. We even have a potty chair in there, so it gets very tight, but we're blessed to be able to have a bathroom, an indoor space to go to the bathroom. It's not the olden days where we have to go out to an outhouse, especially in those cold Midwest months that we get with the wind howling and blowing. I just think part of my mindset is how I feel about it is that I am grateful for the space I have. Our house has ample storage. I have been told this before, but our home, even though it is small, we have a solid amount of storage. This linen closet is what I use for linen closet, extra toilet paper, medicines. It is one of the many closets we have. There's a hallway closet that stores a lot of crafts and winter clothes and excess stuff that we don't use in certain months, where we flip-flop months. Each bedroom has a closet. So there is a lot of storage. As you could see in the kitchen, it was larger with good cabinet storage, a couple large closets for linens and extra winter stuff and school supplies, and then each bedroom having closets. It is just such a blessing to be able to have so much storage built into our home. So I'm taking you back to the kitchen to finish making these snickerdoodles. It is a recipe that my mother has shared with me. I'm bringing about a lot of her recipes lately because they're ones that she made when I grew up, ones that I think her family made when she was younger. They are delicious. So just something about a classic snickerdoodle. Simple ingredients, 5 ingredients. So check that out on the blog. And also just enjoy living in the home, the space you have. I love our simple little home, and I hope wherever you are at, you can find joy in the space.